Cool. 3, 2, 1. Thank you, Matt, for joining us today.
Yeah, man.
Thank you for coming into our space. It's another episode of our Loud and Brown podcast. Delighted to have also Matt Nanai here with us today.
Yeah.
It'll be good to obviously have a bit of a yarn. This want to be one of my more comfortable podcasts. Obviously,
Sad Aaron. Yeah.
No. Aaron's a man.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I think with me, it's just I can just sit back and relax and let you do
Cool.
your thing, and
Yeah.
obviously just have a bit of a laugh, which makes it even more better of a podcast. But how's things been with you? Also, obviously with COVID last year, how was things last year, and then how's things with you and the family now?
Oh, good. First of all, thanks for having me on board, man. Appreciate being here. Appreciate being asked to be here as well. But yeah, last year COVID happened. Obviously, it's something new for us. Everyone, we didn't know how to live with it, and so like a lot of panic mode and stuff like that. But me and the fams ended up being okay.
Yep.
As you can see, I'm live and well, and I'm here.
Yep.
But it's been good to, I don't know. I think in the future sense, it'll be good to tell someone that, bro, we've been through a pandemic. Like, you know what I mean? Like, not to praise it or give it any fuel or something like that, but like, we've been through some hardship throughout our time. I know, like, back then, like, depression around the world and stuff like that, wars, and this is our little war that we, like, kind of conquered.
Yeah.
And me and my family went through it, pretty easy. I know, like, us spiritually, you know, through God, when things are possible through Him. So that was a big help for us, you know, spiritual-wise. But, yeah, having family together, and I think QT time as well. You know, you didn't get much because I'm pretty scucks and stuff like that. And, you know, I could be out there anywhere, but it was good to spend time at home a lot as well. We got bored a few times, but it's all good. Yeah.
How was it being a muso, and obviously with COVID, pretty much stopping any of your guys' functions or any of your guys' gigs? How was that?
Yeah, as just like many musos out there or many artists and stuff like that, a lot of events had to be postponed or completely cancelled just because us as musicians, when we're out there, it's public, so we're obviously breaching the numbers and the threshold of numbers that attend a function and stuff like that. But it was good. The government hooked us up with some subsidy. They paid a certain percentage, and we're just hoping that it doesn't bite us in the ass, like, you know, all that IRD stuff.
Yeah.
So we're just, we're able to survive, us, those who 20 plus hours in the music scene, and I'm grateful and thankful enough that I was one of those dudes that met that requirement. So we got a fair share of amount of money to I don't know, sustain ourselves. But it's good.
What did you get up to during lockdown? Did you work on any personal projects, music wise, or?
Yeah, I kind of did. It's like a little bit hitting a speed bump here and there, you know, brain farts, and I ended up sidetracking myself to a thing called the comedy show that I done. Yes. Somewhat of hilarious, but you know, it was just for like us to just have a laugh through this time. The purpose of that was just to, you know, just jump on and, you know, keep the laughter up. I know us Islanders, we don't really share our feelings and stuff, but the way we share our things, definitely through humor. And everyone's got their own type of humor, and it was good. Like when I first started that, man, there are some people who thought they were funny. But when they jumped on, the driest people I've ever met. Like the jokes, they've Googled their jokes, like they realized the standard in that. And it's funny, I've never been a part of something like that, you know what I mean? I don't know why I done it. I was playing Fortnite with the boys, and they were like, bro, just start up this, because we were just doing knock knock jokes, and I was like, ended up being dry and stuff. Like the worst one was like, knock knock, who's there? Window who? Window no. Like, you know what I mean? And like for some reason the driest stuff became the funniest stuff for us. So I ended up starting that, and every lockdown that happened I was doing that stuff. So as a side project, that was pretty much me. Music-wise, yeah, I ended up writing a bit. You know, had some time to think about, you know, life and my purpose. Just like you guys with you guys, you know, podcast. I had to just, you know, focus about what I really wanted to do with music. Because I've been doing it for so long. Well, not as I just say so long, but like, you know, plus years. But just to actually think about it, and are you really doing what you really love? You know what I mean? So lockdown helped me with that, with my projects, like resetting my mind to be able to think like that. Yeah, but that's pretty much it on my lockdown end. Yeah.
No, that's awesome. Also, we'll delve a little bit about into your upbringings. Take us through your upbringing. Obviously, I know you're a Central boy, Roscoe boy.
Yeah, man.
Take us through your past in terms of your upbringing within the family, within the church, and then just obviously through your schooling years.
Yeah, like kind of grew up in Roscoe pretty much. I was Central boy, and you know, somewhat of a ghetto. Some people come from South Auckland and come to Roscoe and be like, oh, this is pretty ghetto. And Roscoe was that place, but it was such a great community. It's a real small community, just like Levin, you know, you're in, you blink and you're out, you know, Levin's so small. And Roscoe's just like that. But the community, I think that's the main thing, the community that we're brought up in. I became this type of person because of that. I grew up there, went to Linfield College. Don't laugh. What are you gonna?
Sorry.
It was.
Linfield was all good.
You don't even know the school.
Yeah, Linfield. It's Central, sorry. Hillsborough, around those ways.
Yeah, definitely us in the white boys. I had a lot of white friends growing up. I went there. Small percentage of Islanders though. Like really, really small. Like.
Well, what were the other schools near you?
Roscoe Grammar.
Yeah, and that's
pretty much it. Island. Those two, and then if you branched out a bit more, then it would be Mags and Avondale and stuff like that, like the top tier schools out there. So Linfield, growing up at Linfield was real good for me because, you know, when you grow up in a place, you don't know what other places are like. You know, so growing up at Linfield was just like the way it is. I just thought life was like this, you know. It was great. Our first 15 team played in the second 15 C grade.
Yeah, I think it was a...
Don't laugh.
No, because I remember playing seconds as well, and we played against your first 15. I think it was 2Bs. was that division?
Yeah, so when I was there, we dropped a bit lower than that. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But we were amazing at chess.
Well, cricket as well? I'm pretty sure you guys had...
That's racist, just because we had... That doesn't... Yeah, we were pretty good at cricket.
Yeah, I remember.
So I grew up there, Linfield, and then went...
Shit. You know, I remember?
Yeah.
Our Kikiki team.
Yeah.
Fuck, I think you guys made the final, bro.
Are you serious? Of course we did.
And I was just buzzing out, and it was our batter was Islander, but the bowlers all Indian.
No, don't be racist. I think they were half Samoan.
Nah, there was an Indian guy bowling.
Nah, definitely. There was only 4 of us that were Islanders. Like, I can name us all. And we had this one speedy bowler, Tusha Chan.
Fuck.
And that guy was going to get a hiding. Auckland Domain is like the number 1 ring for fighting. So.
Because I remember he, like, in our year, that bowler, like, snapped the wickets. You know, the wickets are thin as. Fuck, he was smacking.
He was
so he's the man, bro.
I don't know how we made the finals, but we just ended up like there. But man, all the eyes and everyone's just like, and me being there was only four of us Islanders, and I had the whistle. What do you call that guy? The guy that doesn't bat and bowl.
The guy that does all the Faliku stuff.
Yeah, Faliku stuff. So I was that guy.
Oh,
bro, I stopped when we got to semi-C. I was like, nah, gee, it looks like we're going to get a hiding. But I was probably the toughest guy in my high school, but not in the South Auckland. All right.
Bro. Nah, the main was just,
we that was a cool time for us, like winning a cultural sport. You know what I mean? Like, we're getting dominated on rugby and volley and all of that. Like, when we go to volley and we see, like, LaSalle and their 40-year-old players and stuff like that. Like, it's new to us, eh? So for us to win Kilikiki that time, it was just like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And get a hiding at the same time at the trains.
When did music become like a big part in?
Definitely when I was really, really young.
Yeah.
My dad forced me and my brother Mark. Funny story, man. Like, we hated it, bro.
Yeah.
We hated it. My dad was one of those guys. If anyone, like, my friends that have met my dad, number one asshole. Like, I think this is why I am like this, you know, definitely a percentage of my dad. He forced us, man.
Yeah.
You know, like, just like many parents, like, stand up, dance in front of your auntie and your uncle, or like sing in front of you. That was me and my brother, and we just hated it. And if we didn't do it or give some attitude, definitely getting a hiding. Hey, like, you know what I mean? So at a young age,
Yep.
we're pushed to the guitar, pushed to the drums, pushed to all those instruments, and we grew up in church doing it, doing plays and all that stuff. Hated it, bro. And then for some reason it just stuck with us, me and my brother. So, and then growing up was being able to. The only reason why we dislike something, for real, is because we don't understand it.
Yeah.
Once you understand it, then you're able to develop your mind to know about it. Hey, you know what I mean? And that's anything with life. People always say, I hate metal, or like, I hate rock music and stuff like that, or they hate this. It's because they don't understand it.
Yeah.
Once you understand it, you're able to, you know, weave it out and realize things that you like about it. Hey. And so that was me and my brother. We grew up, we ended up loving it, man, and real grateful and thankful for my dad and my mom to always push that, and especially at church as well. And from then on, I loved it, and then started escaping from home just to go watch gigs.
Yeah.
Like, I ended up at this random ass bar back in the day, Flow Bar, out in Newmarket.
Oh, shoot. Yep.
Yeah, I was like probably like 17, 18. And, you know, Sticks, eh?
Who's that?
Lao?
No.
Did I just translate that?
Yeah.
Yeah, his name's Sticks. And guess who was with him?
Who?
Loma.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So those two randomly took me, and I was like 17 or something like that.
Oh,
18.
shit.
Yeah. They took me out to Flow Bar, bro, and I saw all these musos that I like. NZ is so small that everyone knows everyone, but like, I was so young that my inspirations were in this room, bro.
Yep.
Like, you know, the Levites, you know, the Nansen boys.
Yep.
Like, they play for everyone. Like, you know what I mean? I saw Sarah Jane, Alva, like, you know, some old school names. Dylan Elise, who's hell of a drummer, and he's playing in America now, you know. A lot of these people, Matt Sadgrove, Sons of Zion dudes.
Oh, me.
Yeah, like, and I'm just in there as a young kid, and I just ran away from home just to, you know, get a glimpse of what life can be, you know, if I go for it. And that was a pivotal moment for me to really enjoy and love music, to be able to see the scene in the community. Yeah. But yeah, that's where my love came, as from church growing up, always playing, and then being able to see it outside of church, which is debatable.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it. Mm-hmm.
No, sick use. I just wanted to quickly touch on what you said earlier on, regarding like not understanding. Like,
yeah.
I think it's just like with all Pacifica kids, maybe, you know, other nationalities as well, but mostly Pacific Islanders, is that like it's just the methods that our parents use.
Yeah.
Hey, and it's like, do this, but no explanation.
Yeah.
Why? Don't tell me. Just do it.
Yeah.
But then that makes you even more want to rebel, like, or not rebel, but just be like, no, I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
But then, like you were saying, you just got to understand it. But that's where, like, you know, if our parents knew to be like, oh, I want you to do this because it does this, it does this, leads you to this, opens these kind of doors. Third,
man.
I say, if we were young, we would have been, oh yeah, no, now I understand.
Yeah,
cool, now I can do it. Like, even my dad, like back then, he'd be like kipilo ayo, alukamoy, and I'm like,
and look at you, still haven't done it. Yeah,
that's us. You're a man.
No, but I guess I get where you're coming from.
Yeah.
And I think it's their way of telling you to go through that journey.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think it's a hell of a gift or a hell of a talent for us young kids growing up in that. I'm gonna get some slack on this. Some people, like the kids now, they don't know. You know what I mean? And I feel like, what are we, Generation Y or something, Z or something? Like, we are the last. And I really hope we, as us, the way we teach our kids is the way we were brought up. Because look, we're okay, right?
Yeah.
And I think,
No, you're right.
yeah, the way it
Just say it, man. Just say it.
Yeah. Like, obviously, a hell of a talent and a hell of a gift is for us to kind of read minds. Hey,
Yeah.
because that's what they wanted the whole time. They tell you to do things, and we end up knowing what a facial expression looks like.
Yeah.
That's the hiding face, hey. You know, and stuff like that. We end up having that gift. If we don't do it, and then they look at us a certain way, we're getting in trouble.
Oh man, what great senses as
Yeah,
well.
that's exactly it, and that's how, I don't know, that's how we became really good at. And I think that upheld when we communicate with people. That's why Islanders are so good at building relationships. Like,
Yeah.
I'll tell you not, like, the way we greet friends, unless you're, intoxicated, but like when we meet friends, it would seem like the friendliest people on earth.
Yeah.
No matter what kind of facial expression they have, like they look tough and stuff like that. But when we get to chatting with them, it becomes a thing. And that's how we've been taught. Hey,
Yeah.
and you know how they say, if you don't do this, do that. Because we don't understand, obviously. But we kind of understood by their face. Hey, you know what I mean? And it all shows their without emotions, hey.
No, and just how you're explaining it, it just taught us how to, like, obviously persevere to do something that you don't want to do.
Yeah.
It just teaches us perseverance, but at the same time, like, obedience and humility.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in a sense, like, it taught us work ethic that, like, and it kind of prepared us better for life as an adult. Like,
Yeah.
Nothing's going to be given to you the easy way. You're going
Yeah,
to have
yeah.
to go through those struggles,
man.
like you were saying. But yeah, man, like, for me as a dad now, like,
Yeah.
that's, like, there's a lot of the methods that my parents use that I use with my own kids as well.
Yeah.
And it's good, like, because like you said, our generation's that special generation that
Yeah.
we can use the methods of the past, but then tweak it in a way
Yeah,
that
yeah.
it's, like, better for our young kids as
Yeah,
well.
definitely.
Well, I know you don't want to really talk about it, but, like, with that new generation that's coming up now, like,
Yeah.
what is it that they're, like, missing from, say, from the experiences that we went through when we were young?
I think reality,
Yeah.
definitely. Right now, it's social media has made our reality. Like for these young kids, that's what I feel like. I'm a music teacher out here in Kedgley at the moment, like my
Nice.
first year there, and man, some of these kids say like they're perceived by the world. Hey, as us, we were perceived by each other.
Yeah.
We were perceived by our community, our parents, our friends at church. Like, those are the things that taught us real things. Like, sleeping over cousin's house and stuff like this. And playing little games, like, together. Now these kids are living off the world, TikTok, all that stuff. Which is not bad. I watch those stuff as well. But it doesn't paint that picture for me. You know what I mean? These kids, they think that is reality. Hey, you know what I mean? If I do this, then I become that. And I think that's the problem here, is that the world is becoming their reality. Hey, like they're not able to think for themselves. And that's really sad, like especially in schools. I don't know. We were pad and pen, bro. Like, you know what I mean? But all these kids are learning off Chromebooks now and stuff like that. Like, but that's what's hard. Like, you're a dad, bro. Like, you know what I mean? And this is your generation. And I'm not telling you that they're in the wrong. space. Because you got to create it. Hey, you as a father, like, that's where your role comes in, I feel, to change the perspective of these kids for the future. Is in-house, hey. It always starts from your home. My parents always said that, and I know in the culture it's always starting from home. Everything.
100%.
The way you are, but now, like, people are just like leaving their iPad and, and the kids stay on it for ages. And I'm not judging them, hey. That's the way you want to do it, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not a dad at the moment. Like, that's why, just like before, I don't understand. That's why I just say it. You know what I mean? This is what I think about it. My opinions.
Yeah.
Like, that's what these kids are living on, bro. Just stick them in front of the TV, iPad, stuff, phone, like that, and then that's all they cry for. But back then, we cried for just to go outside and play.
Yeah.
We're not allowed. It's Sunday. You know what I mean? Like, stuff like that. We cried to ride our bike to our friend's house. We didn't text. We had to go and knock just to see if he's there or not. You know what I mean? Like, I think it comes down to parenthood, That's what I feel. But don't get me wrong, I'm not a dad, So don't take me upon it. I don't know what it's like. I've never been in the shoes of a father, or even a mother, like, you know what I mean? Well, I can't, anyway, because I'm not, But yeah, that's it, That's just my opinion towards it. Like, forgive me if I've offended someone.
No,
you know what I mean?
Bro, that's all good. Like, sometimes the best perspectives are the person looking at the situation from the outside, and you're not being a parent, but you can see what's happening around you.
Yeah.
I think the good thing about it is having that kind of perspective. You're already kind of molding yourself to when the time comes to be a father. So.
Yeah, man.
But you're 100% correct, man, in that sense that a lot of our kids now are growing up in this world of technology. It's almost like their first instinct is to either grab the phone or jump on the laptop or just to be. But you're right. Like, I don't know how would we even try and, like, reel it back, and, like, for me, I try to get my kids to be a little bit balanced. I understand the importance of, like, being surrounded by technology. I don't want to be one of those parents who's a hypocrite. Like, it's like, don't go on your phone, or don't go on the phone, don't go on the game, don't go on the laptop, and I'm doing the same thing. And it's not for, like, any reasons to better myself, but like.
But don't get it wrong. Like, those things are amazing. Like, I'm happy to be a part of this generation that has technology. You know what I mean? There are benefits for that, and don't get it wrong. The way you're teaching it, it's just the abuse of it. You know what I mean? And obviously, the ways of teaching how to, handle that or be supervised with that. So don't. I'm not saying you don't. I'm saying the mind. Don't let your mind think that technology is super bad, like, completely, period. Nah, it's not.
Balance, right?
Yeah, as you say, balance.
Yeah.
And just like Aaron said on his last podcast, like, Polyfest and stuff like that, the phases go, and then he was saying the Chiefs, like, people know how to handle the Chiefs now, like, stuff like rugby in general, it's changing, so we change with it. But we got to change it with the right intentions, right? That's pretty much it, man. And I think for you asking me, how do we change it? I think that's it. That's it. Hey, you just got to know how to do it properly. Right? Balanced, equilibrium. I start chucking that cool word because I just don't feel like I'm smart. Yeah.
No, I understand where you're coming from, because I know parents as well. Like, sometimes when they're just, like, super stressed, and they don't want to deal with it. Here's the phone, and that's just to keep them quiet in the corner. And I know what you mean. And I've been a culprit of that myself sometimes, and, like, sometimes the harsh reality is like, no matter what you're going through as a parent, like, sometimes, like, you gotta always put that to the side and just, like, spend more. Like, that's been one of my main goals, and probably one of the main benefits from COVID was that I got to spend more time with my kids. I got to, like, wake up and go sleep with them. Like, normally the other times would be like, I wake up and they're still, like, sleeping, and I have to go, because I gotta go get up and get ready for work. Come back home from training sometimes, and they're already asleep. So, like, getting to spend that extra bit of time with them was valuable, in the sense I got to learn more about them, and at the same time, like, made it like even now, I've got this rule like my kids can't be on like technology.
Yeah.
Like I try to keep them off phones as much as possible. They can't game.
Yeah.
And right throughout only like from Monday to Friday.
Yeah. Yeah.
And as soon as after school Friday, Saturday, Sunday, they've
Yeah.
got time to go hundies. And that's
Yeah.
that's something that my dad taught us as well. Like we weren't allowed to watch TV.
Yeah.
You're like, but then I enjoyed it because man, like me and my bro would just have like backyard cricket like every
Yeah.
day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or
Right.
like during winter, go rugby training or hang out with the boys or just do stuff at church. And it's like, but it's that kind of connection that we're missing, like community connection, and that's something that we definitely need to try and get our kids to be more
like
involved
it's funny, like we live kind of in the streets, like no, I'm not saying like we're like homeless, district kids, like I remember the street kids say, but like what I mean, we grew up walking around and biking like a lot of these kids, and now the image of these kids doing their stuff is tainted or like twisted, Some people are like, oh, look at these hood rats, like you know what I mean, like talking about you, but look at this is so wrong, but COVID made us realize a lot of things, right? But why did it take something bad to realize what we were doing? And like just to hear your, story about how COVID helped you, communicate with your kids, and it's the post-COVID, like that's like me. I spend a lot of time with my wife. She says some nasty stuff, and I hook her in the throat and stuff like that. We're allowed, don't worry, it's alright. We're in the land of the long white cloud where we're allowed to do this stuff. But you know what I mean? Like, we spend a lot of time at home and then we realize it, oh man, our relationship's not that good, or it is like, and then it's the post-COVID. Are you sustaining that? Are you carrying on what what the reason why COVID or the kids are doing this? Are you carrying on that? And that's where I say with my music, a lot of time on COVID, did a lot of stuff. COVID opened back up. What am I doing? Oh, you're going gym or something? Are you laughing?
Nah, bro, goals.
You I said gym and then you looked at my body and went, why'd you do that?
Bro, to be honest, you don't need gym, bro.
Oh, so
you're perfect.
But who said that I need a gym? No one.
You said gym.
Yeah, that's it. But you laughed. Oh, don't sidetrack now.
Here we go.
It's all good. My mate here thinks I'm overweight. Hey. Right, yeah.
You're the one that brought it up when talk about my dad telling me to go for a run and stop eating it. Still no change.
You just wear tighter jackets. That's why you wear sleeveless ones, eh?
Yeah, bro. Just cover the stomach, bro. But what? Body shaming me, but one thing I wanted to talk about is on that same topic. Why do you have a beard then?
I have a beard.
Why? Well, that's the main reason.
Like,
what's the main reason why we all have beards?
Oh, I know I have a beard because it just grows in a week.
Oh, God.
It's definitely not my jawline. Like, I'm 100%. If I shave it now, like if we just do a little,
turns is singular.
Yeah,
the beard comes off me.
I swear, if we just shave it off, me and you can still see my jawline. Like right now, if we do it right now, my jawline is showing. But let's not go there because something else will show.
Sweet as bro. You touched on it before your comedy show that you ran during COVID, bro.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit more about that, man. Like obviously it spurred on from, I think it was like your guys' Fortnite videos, and it was I think you posted up about it, and it was just like non-stop jokes.
Yeah.
Well, what obviously the boys for also due to get that started.
Yeah, because I'm just a Malaya today, like
Nah, man, but like on a normal night there would be like good amount of people that would turn up to it.
Yeah, I'm glad you didn't say a number because you were just about to lie and say 1,000. But You were just about to say a number, eh?
Yeah, I was going to say 100.
I think the peak was 130 or 120.
Yeah, bro,
Ariana Grande and everyone was in there. Yeah.
Jim Carrey.
We're playing games, and for some reason it was just AJ. My good friends AJ, Saenga, and Lima. Saenga and Lima from Brizzy.
Oh yeah.
And hell of a how. What am I saying? They're really, really good Fortnite players. And me and AJ, we suck. Yep. Like, I'm telling you, like, if anyone plays Fortnite, we're walking in, we build a box. We do not know which wall they're shooting. All right? You know what I mean? There's only 4, so you pick which one. So me and AJ are those guys. And Lima and Sainga, they play, like, top tier Fortnite. So And some of them, they, just like a lot of people in COVID, they start streaming. And we were pretty good because of them too. But we're just, majority of the time, the reason why he'll get a lot of people in is because we're laughing, you know? It's just because we're just having a great time. We won't win a lot of games, but like...
Just having fun doing it, eh?
We will have fun doing it, eh? Like, it got to a point, the first joke that got us was AJ. He was doing like the Pikachu sound. And you know AJ, and he was like, Pika! And we're just like, what the heck? Like, this is not even funny. Yeah. But then he just carried on doing it. He was like, Pika Alatini. Like, like, it's not funny at all. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that shit ain't funny. Yeah. But we start laughing. Then, Pika Andre. Like, we just carried on. It was just, it is super stupid, all that stuff. So they were like, hey, bro. And here's my dumbass. Hey, like, yes, I will do it for us. They were like, bro, do the comedy shit. And I was like, alright, cool. And I didn't know how to do it. It was a flop, the very first. Yeah. I wouldn't even call it episode, but I will. Episode. Yeah. Because I done it on Facebook. I only had like 3 guys view, and it was them 3. See, don't laugh. Don't laugh. Don't do that.
I didn't even know how to do lives, man.
Yeah, honestly. Like, me too. I didn't know how it goes. So they were like, bro, do it on Instagram. So I was like, okay. Jumped on, did Instagram. And man, just like, a lot of people jumped on, but not. So me and the boys were planning it. Oh man, I'm reviewing everything. Revealing everything. Yeah. We ended up like planning our jokes a little bit. Like, they're like, no, you say that, you say this, you that. Jump on, and the first night on Instagram was a hit. Like, we had like 30 people, and then it bumped up to like 60. And we're like double the profit, you know? So AJ had the best one. We say like a few dry ones. So a lot of keyboard warriors as well. So we had, if you liked it, thumbs up or flames in the chat. If you didn't like it, thumbs down, and just write a harsh comment. And so we gave AJ the champion one, eh? And he was like, he had 2. He was like, knock, knock. Who's there? It's all based around knock, knock jokes. How stupid is that? It's like, knock, knock. Who's there? Credit card. And we were like, I have to, look down. I was like, credit card who? He goes, Conor my credit card. Like, you know what I mean? That's not even funny. But everyone was like, he's saying Conor McGregor. Like, you know what I mean? And so everyone's like doing all that stuff. And then he was like, knock, knock. Who's there? Elevator. Elevator who? Puni elevator. Oh. You know what I mean? Like, so we all had that stuff. And later on, everyone just started creating their own. Then there were like a few segments that done. It was either knock knock or just any joke you want. Then it became pickup lines. Yep. Yeah, like say your best pickup line. And then, which was called Moi Kolo Hour. I'm so sorry about that. Yeah. And then the last one was Dark Hour, which was some harsh stuff in there. But yeah. I'm glad that it stopped when George Floyd died. Like, that's when.
Is that when it actually stopped?
Yeah.
That's a year now.
Yeah. No, when COVID stopped.
Oh, yeah.
And then he passed away. So I'm glad dark humor finished then. Because that would have went sour. Hey, yeah.
Oh, bro, like it's funny, like not funny, but funny, like when it comes to dark humor. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, come on, what are you on about? But then inside you're like, fucking, like what? Don't
I know,
laugh,
right?
it's
Like, I had to be that guy.
yeah.
So they're saying some dark stuff. But it's so funny how we're fucked in the head, eh?
Yeah.
Is that we laugh at...
Bro, look at
yeah.
it this way, man. We were playing 2K, me and the boys, and then we like, you know that there's some like toxic white people.
Yeah,
out there,
yeah.
And like you come across all the racist names.
Yeah.
But like one team, like it was so racist, but like we just couldn't stop laughing because it was so. The team was called like R.I.P. George Floyd's Nick. That's what the team was called, and we were like, totally, these guys are ullo.
I'm really happy my face is not in the shot. Yeah.
But they were mean, like said they were winning, and like every time like, we'll see their name and we're like, suddenly these guys, bro, and we're like, fucking toxic white kids.
Yeah, and you enjoyed it, and you laughed about it. That's not right, man.
No, I laughed because I was like, man, what kind of upbringing, eh?
So what? You laugh at someone's upbringing?
Yeah, like what was the event in their life that made them?
Obviously, George Floyd. Like, are you serious?
Totally.
And you're giving it fire, bro. You're like laughing.
Thumbs up. Bro, honestly, I was just like, bro, like honestly, it was dark, but at the same time, I was like, freaking little, like you're like fucking little shits, but you're laughing because you're like, fuck. Little shit's making me laugh, but I shouldn't be laughing. It's so stupid.
Don't air this, man. Don't air this at all.
Honestly.
Yeah, but I got it.
Yo, what were some of the good ones that you came across? Obviously, because another funny thing that you ended up doing was like the word in. Put the word into a
that's
sentence,
what it was.
and then it was just.
So I gave a word, and they flip it somehow.
Yeah.
The best one of all time was my friend Sainga.
Yeah.
He's from Brizzy. And he just came up with it on the spot. And that's why I broke character. Like, broke character. Trying to act like this is some top tier. That's why I broke character. You know? Nah, but like, because we always plan our stuff, remember, as I was saying. But he came out the gate, and the word, we're on star signs.
Yeah.
And then the star sign for today was, I was like, Sagittarius is the word. Because we're done with 2-syllable words, so we're now Sagittarius. You got the syllables. So it was like 4 or 5. All right, let's not debate it. So the word was Sagittarius. And he jumps on, and no one's jumping on because that word's hard. I couldn't find one myself. He jumps on it, he's like, yo, Matt. And I was like, yo. I was like, I hate Judas. And I was like, what? He's like, I hate Judas. And I was like, why? He's like, he was so Sagittarius.
Bro, that's not even close to it, but the fact that it's...
And that's what, honest, that like killed the night. Everyone was like, my Instagram thing was like laggy because everyone was just cracking up.
Yeah.
He was so Sagittarius. Like, you know, it's not even close to Sagittarius. Like, you know what I mean? And that was the one hitter quitter for me. And that's why it still stuck with me because it was hilarious.
Yo.
Shout out to Sainga, bro.
Yo.
Exodus. Yeah.
Shout out to the Uso. What were some dark ones you got?
Nah, I am not sharing.
Bro, just one. Bro. You gotta share one. I shared one. That shouldn't have been shared, but...
Yeah. They done a few on... There's a famous guy that jumped on. I'm not saying we're boys, but like, we played Fortnite a lot because he was friends with saying it in there. And there was this group called the Orgy Choir. They always jump on and start singing their jokes. They're called the Orgy Choir.
Is that the one that, like, they won't show their face?
Yeah, they won't show their face, but they'll all sing.
Yeah.
There are 2 of their ones that I was like, oh shit, these people are watching. And he was like, oh, yo, Matt. And I was like, yo. And he was like, what do you call an ugly beast? Then I was like, what? And they were like, Manu Vatuve. And the Usos watching. And then Manu jumps on straight away. He's like, laughing. My guys, good laugh, Matt. Thank you. I'm like, oh,
Yo, for real.
you look hurt. Like, well, he's like a good friend that I always see.
Yeah.
We're not like boys, but I see him around.
Yeah. Okay.
And they done another one as well. They're like, something. I can't remember. They're like, lip sync. Or like, knock, knock. Who's there? Lip sync. And I was like, lip sync who? They're like, Victor J. Sifo. And I was like, like, don't air that. There's some, hearty ones too. And it hurts a little bit more when it's true. You know what I mean? People laugh a little bit more because it's true. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, hey, he's got a little dick. Oh yeah, we know that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's what my wife says to me all the time. Like, yeah, but those were some of them was really bad. Like, what do you call a pig and a baby? Like, what? Baby miracle. And I was like,
dang.
Like, that's how hard, like, it got really, like, it got worse than that, but we're like, I was like, oh shit, do I end it? Or he said to Jesus. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
that's funny, bro.
Like, so we got a good variety of shit there. So, yeah.
Bro, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was like,
thanks, man.
Like, a good way to showcase off your personality and your character, but then at the same time, like it hadn't been done, and like you see all the stand-up comedians, and bro, this is me being honest. Like, all the islanders that I know that go up and try to be funny, it's not genuine island funny.
Yeah.
They fake it, or they force that, like, what's his name? What was the
Beyondy sad? What did you say?
Beyondy's a crack up, dude.
He's alright.
Okay.
Nah, I would say yeah.
No, the what's that guy's name? I was on the TV show, and they're like Morningside, the animation TV show.
Oh, Brotown.
I thought like that kind of set the wrong like platform of what island humor is.
Yeah, definitely.
And the dad, everyone tries to do the dad voice now, and they think that's funny. You know what I mean?
It just
and like so all the bloody poly comedians now, like they feel like they try to put on their voice and it's funny now.
Yeah, I think they shed light on the wrong things. Eh?
Yeah.
Like a good example is definitely like Laughing with Samoans.
Yeah.
Like, is it Laughing with Samoans? Laughing Samoans.
Laughing Samoans. Yeah.
Oh, Laughing Samoans. Yeah, like they portrayed realness.
Yeah.
Hey, like every time. That's why people are laughing. Like I really enjoy that. Some people may have not, but they shed light on the real shit, and it's funny. They
genuine,
genuine, and Brotown shed light on the
like it highlighted what's wrong with being an islander or Māori at times.
Yeah.
And it was like,
this is actually not how we live. Like, you know what I mean? Like some of the stuff.
I as much as I respect like Oscar, they're funny. I don't find those guys funny.
Yeah,
I feel like those guys are as harsh as it may be. Like, I don't want to say the word plastic, but they didn't have. I feel like they never got like a proper island upbringing in the sense like who they are now. I wouldn't say that they're close or in touch with the culture right now.
Yeah. I think they grew up there, Ponsonby.
Yeah, and so
South Auckland.
And that's why their humor it connects, or like the white people find it funny.
Yeah.
Or the people that maybe raised up around the area find it. But like for me, I never like. Maybe the funniest thing was like Jeff the Māori. That's all it was. But like, imagine now if they try to bring that up, bro.
Yeah.
With how
do you think it's not funny because some of the stuff was true the way they portrayed? Do you think it's funny because they're mocking your culture?
Not mocking your culture. I just feel like they like situational. Like that's the thing that I like with Tofinga and what was those? Itzy.
Also,
Iti?
Yeah,
What was it?
yeah, I don't know.
Those. Because their humor was always a situational concept,
Yeah,
but everyone could connect with that situation.
relate to it.
Or relate.
Yeah.
Awesome word, man.
I know. I just thrive on words.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
What do you right click and then you look up synonyms? You'd be like,
I never knew what that does. Like,
right click and synonyms. Oh, shit.
there's too many options for you to choose, and you're like, I don't know which one. Yeah.
Fuck, that's how you know you fucking write too many essays at uni and you're trying to find different words.
And then fail. Yeah. Way to bring it up.
Right.
Nice segue, dickhead. Yeah.
But no, I don't know. I find that like for me, it's like cool. You can not make fun. You can use our culture, humor, in our situation, just as long as it's not like laughing at our own people.
But laughing with.
Yeah, like whereas like I felt like sometimes it was like, man, these guys are just making jokes about our own people, but you can clearly see it's like they're kind of mocking the culture or the upbringing within that show.
Oh, okay.
Whereas like with the finger in them, it's like because we can all connect to it, but you never see them like within their shows be like, oh, I don't know, like they're making like them.
Yeah, they separate themselves from.
Yeah, that's a hard one. That's a good question.
It is tough because we're in the spectrum.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If we ask someone that's outside of it, maybe they have a different point of view of, no, I wasn't laughing at it. I was laughing with you guys. Or it gets to a point where they believe, watching that, they're like, I knew it. They do live like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, and maybe because I know Tofinga and Ite were like well versed in the culture as well. So then I felt like their jokes come across. They were more effective because some of the like there was a scene like they do where like getting a height or like the mom's like giving the evils from the back of the church because not doing his paper properly. Yeah. But because they're singing Samoan, you understand because those are the same lectures you used to get. And then maybe because it was mainstream TV that you can't really do those kind of like maybe they could have
sketches. Yeah.
Because like in Brotown. Well, what's the deal? Are you gonna bring it back or
not at all?
No.
Yeah, my wife pulled the plug and the funding. Nah, I don't think so. I think I don't know. I like a lot of things.
That's alright. Don't worry about it.
I wasn't actually worried about that. Oh yeah. I don't think. I don't know. No, I don't think so.
No? Oh, okay.
I don't know why I'm thinking hard about it.
Because it's cool, man. Like I think just how we were talking about it. What was the word you used? I wasn't revealing.
Yeah.
When we went through that process, I think you like even for me myself, I really enjoyed it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Nice, eh?
Disgusting. No, okay, it's amazing. It's amazing. Thank you. It's really, really nice. It's really, really nice. Thank you.
Nah, but I think if you wanted to, I reckon you should make it a weekly thing. Yeah. I know, like, see, like it got up to 130 people, and like say like those 130 people had a shit week, and then they fucking tuned in for that 1 hour, and bro, like you know what I mean, like like for me, like that's I don't know, maybe it's just my mindset or just like what I'm like part of my development and evolution as a person is trying to like figure out ways that like with this whole tolling thing, with the whole podcast thing, like it's never about money for me. Like I think you can relate, or as well as other Pacifica people can relate, is that like when you come from nothing, like whatever you get, you're so grateful. Yeah, man. But like it's not like money is something that we don't rely on, and so when it comes to money, it's like. Yeah, it's cool to look at a bank account when you have money, but it's like when you spend it with people you like enjoy.
Or invest in something that's
like
worth.
Worth, like you feel like your money is well spent.
Yeah.
And so that comes back to like your comedy show, like I would love for you to carry that on because it was like actually crack up, and it's like people actually tuned in. Like that's how you know, like, oh shit, this is a real deal.
I'm not trying to like, I don't know, like trying to be humble or something like that. Nah, not at all. Because honestly, that show was not me being funny. It was everyone else being funny.
Exactly.
Like that's where I realized what I was doing was pretty cool.
Yep. You're
It's
just
'cause
like facilitating.
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
bro.
I'm just like, no, is he? You know what I mean? Like that's what, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I didn't say anything. Like
You allow people to be
Yeah.
racist and
no, definitely. But then I correct him offline. Yeah.
But the cool figure as well about it, like you weren't afraid to be like, try, and they just cut them off. Or
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
What got funny though, you know, Samoa Tank.
Yes, his videos now are even more funny, but it's
So you're saying before it wasn't?
no, like he's just carrying it on.
Yeah.
But like all his videos now, like
Yeah.
they all come stem back off like
Mm.
the whole Sagittarius. That's
Yeah.
and it's I find them real
Like
funny.
that. Everyone was like mocking me. They're like, because I would laugh at some of his jokes. Then everyone's like, oh, sacking it. Like, why are you chopping your nuts to him for?
Oh yeah.
And then I was like, nah. But then, you know, when you're defending yourself, it just sounds like you're scared even more, which I'm not. I'm one of the toughest dudes out there. And I say that with my whole heart.
Nah, that guy's a massive unit. But like I
Oh,
find
Grass got him.
I find everyone's the same height when you're lying down. Yes.
But yeah, nah. Speaking on that, sorry. I think if I invest a lot in that,
You're drawing away from what you're really passionate about. It.
nice, good.
No.
That was it.
Yeah.
That was definitely it. Like, I'm not investing all of that into
Yeah.
my music, which is something that I love more, you know.
Oh, fair enough.
And I think I will find wholesome or happiness in this avenue of music.
Okay.
And then I feel like if I do good here, then I'll be awesome at my comedy show. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if I invest a lot of time in that and it's worth now, then I can do that for comedy show. I don't know how it may go, but comedy show was a great thing for me. Like, I can laugh upon it, but be like, it was real cool.
Yeah, it
like,
was,
you know,
man. That was awesome.
like-
but we'll see. Hopefully, we won't, have any more lockdowns. But
Yeah. Some people pray for it, though. I was
Yeah.
one of them. It's because the government was paying my rent. Like, you know.
nah, man. Oh, well, this is a good segue into the next topic. Obviously, you're talking about comedy and jokes. The Samoan government right now.
Oh, don't. Yeah. See how I acted that? No, don't. Hey, Lilo.
We briefly spoke about this before
Yeah.
the podcast. We're not really well researched into what's happening.
Yeah, or educated
or
enough
educated
for that.
enough
Yeah,
into
yeah.
the political dilemma that's happening in
Yeah,
Samoa. But from the outside looking in, man, what's happening, brother?
But I swear, like, as I said before, this is one of the smartest dudes that I know. Like, you know what I mean? How? Or it's either he is so smart or Samoa's dumb. Or it can be both.
Yeah,
like, you know,
it's both, bro.
because you can outsmart a dumb person. Like, you know what I mean? Like, to me, because my wife's like, she's pretty, like, good at the Samoan thing. So we talk a lot about it. I just ask her to help me understand a few things. I feel sometimes she lies to me, but yeah. That's some balls, man.
Yep.
Like, for instance, congratulations, what's her name?
Fiamma?
Fiamma. Oh, Naomi. Yeah. So, something like, I don't know. I'm sorry. Yeah. Honorable. Yeah. Sis. Don't lie, you were thinking it, eh? You thought about it.
Mate.
When you saw that name, you're like, come on, just put the letter there. Hey, like, come on. Nah? Okay,
Nah.
okay.
No, mate.
Maybe just me then. But yeah, I'm so sorry.
Bro.
Congratulations to her.
Yep.
But to lock up the house, like,
Bro.
what's it called? The Parliament?
Parliament House, yeah.
Is that where they do Gewila? No.
No. Gewila. Oh, actually.
Is that Falefono? No.
It
Falefono?
might be.
Oh.
I know it's a government building there, but I'm not too sure what it is.
We shouldn't have opened up that gate. Everyone's going to be like dumbasses. Yeah. But them locking that up, that's some balls, eh?
Balls, bro.
So when he locked it up, were they inside? Or they just locked it up?
No. Yeah, locked it up. So what they got was... this is how effed up it is. Like, he's not even in the... Like, he got voted out. But he had, like, the whole police force surround the building. And, like, not even let anyone, like, drive in.
But was he inside?
Nah. He just made those orders. So, like...
True.
Yeah, so they couldn't get into the Parliament House to get sworn in.
For her
To get sworn in.
Mm.
So they just locked the building.
Dang. And that's some power.
That's power, bro. You know what's one funny fact that I found out? I don't know whether it's true or not. Like, yeah, the credits of Google.
Good old wiki. Yeah.
He's one of the highest paid.
Not even.
One of the highest paid nation leaders in the world.
Not even the Pacific. Just
world.
like you're saying, world.
His rough
estimate
net worth, which is not like disclosed. You wanna guess?
Alright. Okay. Let's settle at the millions, though.
Yep.
Yes. Let's settle there. Yes. Or.
Yep.
Oh, okay. I need you to tell me. Is it in the millions?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go 70.
Times 10.
Your time sucks.
Times 10.
Don't do that. Is it 700?
No, yeah, so it's 600 million. That's his.
I said 70.
Yeah, I know, but like times 10. Like that, you know? Like
You're making us look dumb here.
Well, what do you want me to say? Times 9.
Pull up the calculator, Dick.
63. No, but like, you know, like...
Well, 63.
No, so he's 600 million is his rough
Not even.
brothers. So that's...
So this guy's set for life.
Bro, way more.
His life and his kids' life.
So he's... Nah, but I think he's been in Parliament for, what, 20 plus years?
I heard.
And so he's obviously helped Samoa grow to where it is now.
Yeah.
But his hands are so deep in every, like...
Yeah.
You know what's real funny? Like, we were cracking up about this yesterday. It's like... It's humor, but it's, like, stupid.
Yeah.
Like, Soli, you name one other... Just imagine this. Imagine Jacinda Ardern was the CEO for NZ Rugby. Picture it that way. The All Blacks report to her.
Hey, can we get new jerseys? Wow.
Hold up. Bring it. Let me take it to my family first and then we'll give whatever's left. But look at it that way. He's the chairman of Samoan Rugby, or Lakapi Samoa, what it's called.
Like, I saw that, but I didn't think he was like the actual. But he is?
Actual. So all the things go through. But this is not just recent. It's been going for ages. Like, you know, that's just funny. Like, and he's probably like a chairman or like on other, like, you know, different government agencies as well. And like, it's just crazy how, like, it's almost like people are afraid to go against him. And that's probably why he's been in power for so long. But like, even like now, like how he's just like when he found out he lost, he was just like, no.
No, I'm not.
Bro, like, honestly, I was like cracking up when I was watching it. He was just like, no, I didn't lose. Bro, it's like the man, eh? Like,
So is she Prime Minister now? Because she got sworn under a tent, right? Or something like
so
that.
now they're disputing that. So the
they're disputing that?
Yeah, because it's not it was on the property, but it has to be inside a Parliament House. That's where it becomes official. So that's what the Attorney General or something like that was trying to dispute. So like all the proceedings, all the formality stuff was official, but because it's not done inside a Parliament House,
Oh, true.
Yeah, so he like you said, he is smart. So that's why he probably locked it up.
Do you think he's bought his way out? Like, he's bought his power?
Yeah, definitely. Like,
Because I heard... Oh, not I heard. My dad told
what?
me.
Did the tsunami funds are stored? What? What? He bought off the tsunami funds? Suddenly. That was years ago. I can't believe you bring that up, bro.
Shout out R.I.P. to those, man.
Yeah,
George,
to those families.
say stuff to George Floyd for me. I was like... Nah, he's probably swimming there with them. What I heard from my dad, well, he was saying that he thinks that there was on the Samoan radio, because he came over my house yesterday, we just hung out. Me and my dad just have this random bond that we just hang out like mates, but still get hidings and stuff, which is weird. He came over and he hung out, and I was just asking him about that. He just picked him, was like, "Hey, bro, what do you?" Because I know he listens to the Samoan radio, and he was saying that. What's his name? The
Kuilaepa?
Yeah, Saleh. What's his middle name? He already signed a contract for like 150 plus years for the Chinese to lease the land.
Holy shit.
So that's why Chinese imports come in for free. Everything. And that's why Chinese run majority of the land there to do their businesses and stuff like that.
Shit.
So that's why they lease those places. So he signed it. Apparently my dad said there was something on the radio like he signed a contract for 150 years.
Wow. So he's pretty much stuffed
Yeah.
up.
So everything so my dad made it like the Chinese needed to bust down a certain part. There was a little airport, another little airport.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It was a Falili or something. He said something like that. I don't
Yeah.
know. The Chinese told Saleh to Honorable Saleh to bust down this land and build this little airport. But also told them that without knowing that Samoa doesn't have any diggers and stuff like that. So it was man-made.
Sheesh.
So they're doing cheap labor and fucking hard labor at the same time, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so they done this with no resources or like minimal resources. They didn't have diggers, so they had to pay China again, who asked to bust down this land. They paid China again to bring the stuff over to build it. So my dad's like, this guy doesn't want to leave because the contract is set for China to like pretty much own Samoa. And if he loses this contract, he can't lose this contract, or he has to let Fia Mea know that she can't mea anymore. You know?
Oh,
that's what my dad said to me.
What is her name? It's Fiame.
Oh, Fiame. Oh, we're saying it like that now. Just to get away from it. Yeah.
The reason why I respect her so much, so...
But don't get me up on the info. My dad was like, I think I heard on the radio.
Hey, man. Now, I'll add on to that. But the reason why I respect her so much, and the fact that, bro, she just seems like a woman of integrity.
Yeah.
But also her dad was the first Prime Minister.
Hey,
which is pretty cool.
That's what I found out too.
Yeah, so...
Cool.
I know you're a bit of a conspiracy theorist as well.
Yeah.
The Makiki in Samoa.
Yeah, what about the
mysteriously broke
bombing?
down. No.
Yeah, I know.
Replaced by a Chinese building.
Would you look at that?
Yeah, but look like
360. Yeah.
No, but like, do you
know me? Yeah.
No, like, do you know how long it took for the? It's bloody next to the Vai. You know how long it took for them to put out the fire? They waited for it to go full on fire, where you can't.
They're like,
stop it.
wait. Also.
And you've seen what the fire trucks like in Samoa, bro.
Yeah. What?
It's like half ambulance, half fire truck. Oh, bro. Oh, mate.
Imagine them coming down the poles in Samoa. Eh?
The ear gets stuck. No,
Buzzy.
that's what I was saying. I was like, bro, like, how, like, and like, I'll understand if it was like a night fire. It was like during the day. It was during the day. Like,
What caused it? Do you know?
no one knows. They just said it was just a random fire.
Electrical.
Yeah,
Out on the open.
in the market, bro. And you've been to the market. It's just stores. Like, there's no plugs or anything. Oh, there probably is, but everything's cash sales. Eh?
The guy's F-Post machine. Oh shit.
So like, oh my goodness, bro. But that's when I started realizing.
You only realized then?
No, like,
Not even the tsunami?
no, like I realized then, like how strong the influence of China.
Yeah, man.
Bro, it's crazy. And like your dad is, I wouldn't be surprised if your dad is right, man. Because
Yeah, my dad's perfect.
I feel like another thing is as well. I think he's afraid, bro. Like what might happen because
I think
China is powerful, but I feel like probably most of his money is tied in with like some dealings with China.
Yeah, it may be owing, right? Or it may be things will be revealed. Nay. Yeah, he might be afraid of that. Like, shit, the scan. And he'll lose a lot of money, right?
She has that power. I reckon what he's doing now is obviously illegal, and he should be put into prison. You know what he reminds me of? is if Donald Trump got his way. Hey, like if Donald Trump, if
Built a wall.
if American presidents didn't have like the 4-year term,
Yeah.
and if it was like they could be president as long as they want, I reckon that's what Donald Trump would have done. You know, had it all his way.
And then to a point where he's like, nah.
Yeah. You know, that's another thing about why Kula Ipa is so like...
Sally, yeah. Don't be afraid. Yeah.
Why Jukebox is so... why he's so lucky. Like, he not only had like the rules of, or the policies of government on his hand, at his side, sorry, but he had the culture too. So you couldn't disrespect him because he was a prime minister, but you couldn't disrespect him because of his Makai titles or like his...
Or 16 names.
Like, I remember this person went on Facebook, like that, oh no, there's one person like, he's, like, I think he's like got locked up because all he did was like talk rubbish about the president. And there was another dude, I think it was... From
what, inside?
Yeah. Like,
yeah, I saw that. He was the old house speaker.
Like,
and he was like, sit down and shut up or something like that. Eh? Did he get in trouble?
I don't know, but I know.
So why the fuck are you bringing it up?
No, like you like nowhere else in the world. Maybe like what's his name, the Russian president, maybe, but like
Vladimir Putin.
Yeah, like where you're not allowed to have an open opinion about him without like. So there was one where like a
consequence.
A kid put up a Facebook video just obviously airing out how he felt about him. He's in a kid in like probably uni or high school.
Yeah.
And there's like family. So this is what happened. So his family got fined. His village got fined. And then like he got fined from the village. But, like, you know what I mean? Like, but if we had that in New Zealand, totally, like imagine.
What do you call that? What do you call it? It's somewhat of a hierarchy, eh? Like where you're just untouchable, right?
Yeah,
at the top, eh?
Yeah.
When you're at the top, you can't.
And that's what I feel like maybe he's afraid of losing. Like
those Ortiz up there, eh? Tulepa. that guy ain't moving, eh? But that's what happens in the long term, eh? You just end up knowing how the system works, or you make the system become your system.
Yeah, look at what he did with the how he declared it. He got his lawyers involved.
Yeah,
saying that there needed to be an even representation of women.
Yeah, the one seat. Yeah, the one seat
and
thing.
The man, like, he dug that up from like like the.
But did you see the contradicting thing that he done?
No.
He was saying that if the seat doesn't match up, we carry on. Like that was in 2019.
Oh. Okay.
Like there was someone that put that video side to side, and they put that, and I was like,
he's got obviously smart lawyers, but he's a smart person as well. You You don't
you
stay
just-
in power that long without learning something, bro.
Yeah, or owning something. Bro. He owns the commission, or like the police guy. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Owns a lot of things.
Yeah, and
I guess that's how you buy your way into it, eh? Or,
I wouldn't be surprised as well as like many of those like government officials are like his close friends. Eh?
yeah.
So they're
Hardo.
yeah.
Blessed, dude. That guy's blessed, man.
And his family is set for life, man.
Hard up. Blessed.
Well, problems of Samoa.
That's a tough topic because we don't know shit about it, eh? But, yeah. Have you been recently?
No, last
Like
time
before
I went,
COVID?
Yeah, I went for got my tats.
Oh, congrats, yeah.
And that was probably the last time I went.
Oh, tell me about that. Scribe just got his. Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, let's talk about it, bro.
See how I'm great? Yeah, swap.
I
Yeah,
wanted
I
to
could
ask
no,
you about it.
because like personally, like I got my Makai, like, but I only got it because
Oh, cool, epa.
Fia mea. Yeah, no, I got. No, like I got mine. I'm just saying this as a background because my dad is, to me, the most amazing. I don't know what they're called. The guy who orator. Like he's hands down. I've been to a lot of gigs. Like I gig a lot,
Yep.
and to a lot of places as well where they do a lot of Fasamo stuff, and I've never seen anyone do it like my dad. Like, and someone can say that about their own dad or someone else, but
Yep.
to me, in my heart, solely, I praise my dad on the mother tongue or the gift of the tongue. Eh? Like, you know what I mean? And I got my Makai, and without understanding a lot, my dad tried to teach me and my brother, but he realized it's not for us, like, you know what I mean? But with also the blessing of being around it as well. So he knew, like, these two idiots are dumb, like, you know what I mean? Little dicks, like, and stuff like that. And my dad ended up teaching someone else. So as I say this in the background, Scribe danced, you know what I mean? And that's why I brought it up, because I do not understand, or I do not know what is actually the reason you get it.
The reason why I got it was
Can there be multiple reasons? Is that what you're saying? Is that why you're saying it like that?
yes and no. The main reason why you get it is obviously it's most people that get it is like gold letters. So people who serve, us as males, especially within a Samoan culture, we play like a role of service to our elders, service to our women, service to our children.
Nice.
So like for you to get it is like you're donning like a armor, like that's you to prepare for service, you know, and like everyone might serve the culture in different ways, but you've got to realize the tattoo is not yours. You're a caretaker of the gift, and for you to want to take upon that role, that means you've got to learn more about yourself, but more about the culture and how you can be of service of the culture. The culture is not of service of you. The tattoo is not of service to you.
Yeah.
That's what you got to understand.
So sorry. That's amazing the way you put it though. But hypothetically, is the tattoo like a certificate of service? Like, is that what necessarily what that means? Like, I have a tattoo, so that's why I donate my arm and my service to you guys.
At the core, that's what it should be about.
Okay.
It should be about servicing the culture, how you can prolong the culture, how you can add to the culture.
Yeah.
But in saying that, like people who don't have it and still are of service to the culture, they're the people that I wish would get one, because that's like for me, like having the tatau, it should be a badge of honor, but at the same time like a badge where it shows off like what you've done for the culture, or shows that it's not how do I put it? It's a way that it should be something that you should like not want to showcase who you are, but showcase your culture. And the way I know it's a bit difficult to understand, but it's like it's how do I put it should be something that when people look at it, they don't see the person wearing it, they should see the culture. So,
okay.
So when they flip it the other way around, it's not about me, look at me wearing this, me having this. It should be look at me and what I can do to promote the culture, what I can do to better the culture.
And you wearing it, how do you better it then? By just showing it?
No, not just for showing it. You gotta be actively working within the culture.
So you getting it, is that the purpose why you got it?
Yeah.
And
So
do you feel like your podcast is the thing that you're sharing?
No. So like I'm active within the culture, and it's through church.
Nice.
I've been active within the culture from a very young age.
Yeah.
My dad's the same as your dad.
Yeah.
I could say I'm pretty fluent in Samoan as
Yeah.
well. But at the same time, I've grown up within the culture. Like
Nice.
I know how to I've done like from when you're young, when you have to do the whiaus, and you have to do obviously Vele the vow, we have to do the uppers for the whiau, when you have to do stuff with at the church. And for me, it's a badge of honor in the sense that this is your service to the culture. You wearing it should be like either this is what you've done in order to be embraced by the culture, but then at the same time like it's also a way that it's also another like when you get it, it's like you still have to continue that service.
Yeah, nice.
So it's always a hard topic when I talk about it, because like one of the main reasons I got it was the person I'm named after is like my uncle who passed away, and he was someone I was really close to, but him as well as my dad were the people why I grew up in the Samoan culture, and why I always go called not only our village back, both my mum and my dad's villages, but as well as our church.
Cool.
So it was 10 years of his passing, and it was his anniversary when I got it. So that was one reason why I got it. But at the same time, my dad's got one as well. So like I've always wanted to carry on his legacy and getting that as well.
Yo, that's cool.
Yeah. So it was actually a real awesome experience. But at the same time, it was challenging. Cool thing about it was like the people that did my dad, their dad. Oh wait, sorry. So the people that done me, their dad as well done. Helped out with my dad as well.
Coincidence or?
No, it just happened to be there. Like
So coincidence, idiot.
Yeah. Coincidence. Yeah. Cool. And what about this? Breaking that off into Scribe. What were you gonna say, man?
Yeah, because I saw like. See, you know what's amazing about that is that I don't understand, and to hear, because
you have your different reasoning.
Yeah.
For me,
this is my first reasoning actually.
For me, I don't what's the word? I'm not gonna bend the rules in order to cater to me.
Yeah, awesome.
So like in the terms of like, and that's what I see with other people. It's like, oh, he got it to express the culture.
Yeah.
Or he got it because he's Samoan. Or he got it because, or it's up to him however he wants to celebrate his end of his journey. But I'm like, yeah, cool. Celebrate it in the right way. Like, and then we'll go back onto Scribe. What was your question about Scribe?
Oh, I thought you were...
No, what were you going to ask?
Yeah, I was just going to ask that due to not understanding, right? And it's always good to know someone who's in depth with their culture and the reasoning of things, the reasoning of things that happen in their culture. And you seem like a knowledgeable person about that in your own sense, because everyone has their opinions, right? So I saw a lot of people saying bad things, and I also saw a lot of people saying good things. So, first, short answer. This is not my podcast, everyone. Was it right? Yes or no? Just short answer.
No.
No, not at all. Okay, cool. What do you think Oh, what did he do wrong?
So, like, when you finish that journey, you gotta take on board, like, the person that you were before,
Yeah.
the standards that you live by,
Yeah.
in terms of within your community or within your culture.
Yeah.
It's elevated now, because you're not you walked in as one person,
Yeah.
and you've come out. Now you're donning the
Yeah.
armor. Now you're donning the unique la'i of Samoa. So you can't have that same mindset of like, like, oh yeah, I did it, and I did this for me. Nah, you gotta be like, I did this for my culture.
Yeah.
And like,
He didn't resemble that.
no, bro, like, you can't do two actions and then go into pop and locking and do like, and people will say, oh, but that's the dances that he connects with. Yeah, but that you connect with, like, that's
within your culture,
that's
right?
the hip hop culture.
Yeah.
Like, this ceremony isn't just a ceremony that's unique for you. It's a ceremony that unites everyone that joins that brotherhood or joins the Malofie family. So like,
Is that what that family's called?
No, it's just like a term. Like,
oh yeah.
so everyone that joins it's like the Malofie,
Okay.
but
Yeah.
it's like that kind of
Yeah.
like family. So like, you don't have to string that many actions together. But like, the thing with me, it's like if you don't hold it to the same standard or the whole, I hold it to something sacred for me.
How
Like,
sacred is it?
like we're like probably the only culture in the country or in the whole world that still has this tattoo. And this is like if you think about it, like the song or behind the song, the soul song, like the origins of it. It's like
I'm from Linfield.
yeah, I'll send you the song. But it stems off from two women that come from Fiji.
Yeah, I know.
And
that.
you said that whole story, like, if you think about that, like, this is like pre-Christianity time.
Yeah.
And like this is what we own. This is part of that culture, part of that, like, you know how like when you go to some place and it's like you can tell like civilization or modernization hasn't touched it, and it just looks so beautiful in its own, like, that's what the bit is like to me. It's like that's culture in the essence. Like, that's something that maybe people have tweaked it along the way in terms of methods and in terms of like utensils and what you use, but like, that's something that connects us to people, like, or like like to our culture before it became civilized, before Christianity. So
how did you feel? Did you feel angry, disappointed? Like, what was
disappointed, man? And disappointed because it's like what Scribe, like, everyone's like, this is what pissed me off. Scribe, they're like, oh, Scribe is putting Samoa on the map. Fuck, Samoa's on the map way before.
Way before, yo.
Like, and it's like, but like, look, flip it the other way. What has Scribe done for Samoa? Like, he's put New Zealand on his chest. He's done all this other stuff for New Zealand. I've never heard him talk about like his culture. Yeah. And then like, for you to go and do something just so that, like, if the problem with a lot of people now with getting their tataos, and this is just my own personal opinion, I'll probably cop a lot of slack for it as well, but it's like, the main reasons behind it and the main reasons to get it, it's like people keep shifting that line just to benefit them. Like, see, you're not like,
nice.
For me, it's like, why would you go and endure this 10 20 day journey of pain, like, because that's like, look how like not idiotic, sorry, that's the wrong word. Look how,
definitely, just don't be afraid about it.
No, like, look how simple minded our people are, in the sense that they would rather go through 10 20 days of pain, because they know they can put that on and have them identified as a Samoan, rather than put in time to learn the culture. You know what I mean? Like,
definitely,
it's the opposite way around. Like, I'd rather go and learn, like, people are gonna say, but I don't have the time. Oh, but then I don't have the accessibility. Like, people will always come up with excuses on how not to, learn our culture, not
Yeah.
to learn the language,
Yeah.
and not be like articulate or versed in any
Yeah.
aspects
Yeah.
of our culture, but then they can go and put themselves into
Yeah.
10, 20 days of pain. Because why? Because they know the short term
Mm.
is they know like it's short term pain, long term gain, because they know
Yeah.
they're gonna have this forever, and then at the same time it's something that glorifies themselves.
It becomes a fashionable,
That's what it's
like,
becoming, bro.
wearable art, eh?
It started off with Sonny and Bill, bro. You know, like he shifted the Golima to his farm. You know what I mean?
True.
And you know, like that became fashionable. And how many people got that? After that, he got a sleeve. Then everyone got a sleeve, and then just from there on in, and then it's like it just moved around to the point where people are like, like back then, like it was so like not sacred, but like getting a tatau was like you had to not tick off boxes, but like people are like, oh man, like there's certain standards you have to do, and like for me, like yeah, I'm okay. Like I know like it's never gonna be like perfect, that people are gonna like learn the culture or be involved. But hey man, like make an effort.
Yeah.
If you're gonna get this, make an effort to learn the culture, because the
definitely.
reason why you get it is for the culture, it's not for yourself.
Yeah.
Like one thing I remember that went off on, like on Instagram and Twitter was a girl, and she was like, my malu, my rules. And it's like so disrespectful to the culture, because it was like about her and showing off her legs and with her tats walking around. And it's like no one's telling you to wear it. Yeah, no, that's not the point. But it's like when you choose to clothe yourself in the national, like, and it's like La'i or Samoa, something that makes us unique from the world. Like you gotta understand the gravity of
Nice,
like what your
that's cool.
yeah, like
that's
you
cool.
know, like that's
Yo,
one
man.
thing people
For
need
real.
to understand. Like this is something like the tamoko, like with Maoris, like even that's like slowly dying out, because it's something on your face, and like people in the world are becoming like they're uncomfortable with it, so that's kind of how that's added to diminishing that side of it, and it's we're unfortunate, but then at the same time I'm seeing more and more proud Maori brothers and sisters like bring it back, and which is pretty cool. But see with us, it's like I don't want it just to be like a phase, you know.
Yeah.
Where like you're saying, it's becoming fashionable, because with anything fashionable, it has its phases.
Yeah.
And so like I don't want people to get it to the point where like everyone's just getting it, and then you lose the cultural significance behind it.
Definitely, man. And my dad speaks a lot about that. Like for me, obviously, as you say, it pays a lot to take an effort, and invest in that. And I do. Obviously, my Samoan's not that great, but I always like nitpicking my dad like about these things, and he always talks about. I always ask him about that, like, oh, why do guys and girls do it? And then he just always vaguely says it's for the culture, to honor, like, and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh yeah. Then he's like, it's dying.
It is.
And then I go, what is dying? It's like the reason for it. Just like an orator, it's dying. Like, when is the next generation going to stand up for this, And my dad is one of those dudes that, because my dad grew up with his grandparents.
Yep.
And his granddad, which he calls dad, was one of the judges in Samoa. And my dad was going to become a judge. But he ran away with my mum. Horny cunt.
Nice.
Yeah. So he says it's sad to see things like that, as you say, like the Māori culture as well, like diminishing, bro. And to a lot of orators, like your dad and your late uncle as well, like they breathe that, and to see it diminishing in front of their eyes, like, you know what I mean? Like, my dad hates it when he goes to weddings and funerals, and they're definitely doing it wrong.
Yeah.
Like, just like how Saleh's running the country, like they bend the rules for their wants and their needs, And he hates that to the T, Like, he really wants to stand up and be like, but then he'll then break the rule of that, eh?
Yeah, yeah.
And just like, as he sees that, it hurts me.
Yeah.
And so to see a lot of things like that, like what Scribe done, and a lot of those, I've seen the Malus as well, like they post up on Instagram, and
Yeah,
different type of patterns and stuff, like they start making up their own and stuff.
yeah.
Those things hurt the culture, right?
Yeah, they do, man.
And a lot of people that experienced in that, they feel it, eh?
Yeah, like look at it this way, like how we were talking about like the different generations and the access of the world, like to anything right now, and the precedents we set now won't affect us right now, but will affect the generations to come.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
if you make it okay for Scribe to dance like that, that means you're setting it. You're saying it's okay for the next person who doesn't know anything about the culture.
That's the
next thing you know, you'll see him breakdancing. You know what I mean?
do the outkick.
He'll do do flares and rocks and stuff like that. Simply like that's the thing that people don't understand. It's like you can't keep moving the I wouldn't say move the try line, but you can't keep like moving the standards in order to cater to you.
Yeah, as you said.
It's got to be the culture at first, man. Everything that we do, it's got to be culture first, and that's the thing I disagreed with also with Skype with the way he did it, because the thing, Matt, with people like yourself and other people who I wouldn't say like well versed within the culture, but you can string a sentence along. I don't know if Skype can string a sentence. You know what I mean?
Can.
Sipso's bro, he's born and raised. He's fresh, but he's the man. He's Falaka too.
Yeah, I know. I just wanted to plug that in there.
Yeah. So your man's ngangai as well?
Huh?
Your dad's ngangai as well?
Yeah, my dad's ngangai. Yeah.
Yeah. So like,
it's the Mandela effect. Is that what it's called? When someone lies for so long, they end up believing it, and then someone tells you the truth, and you're like, no, it's not. Like, you know what I mean? And then they've obviously believed the lie. So now people in this generation are going to believe that what Scribe done for so long.
Yeah.
Like, then when you tell them, nah, that's not it. Hey, no, it is. It's fine.
Another thing as well is like, people get the bitter just so that any function or any opportunity to show it off, they show it off. And it's like, I've met some guys who have done it and aren't well versed in the culture, who are really humble about it. I was speaking to also Ali Lautiri. He's got it.
Coffee, bro? Oh, does he do
The league player?
Yeah, he does. He's got his own coffee.
Yes, yeah. So
Oh,
he's another one. He's like, he did it with his wife to be his saw, her saw, sorry. And even he said he's like humble about it. He's like, he tries to not wear like short stuff, like or like even at functions he tries to wear long ears so that people
Ben Davies pants. Yeah.
People don't try to force him to dance and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's stuff like that you know. Oh, nah, cool, sweet.
But isn't that sad for the culture? Like, come on.
No, because because like he's holding it to a standard where like, let me get educated in the culture, because he said he wasn't really much about it. And then I'll be proudful to show it off. Because look, anyone can go dance with it, but go tell them to follow a saw outside.
Nice.
You know what I mean? And it's like cool. Like if you wanna show it off. I have no disagreements, but make sure that you know the responsibilities that come with it as well.
Nice.
You know.
Yeah.
I don't know much about it, and like I'm learning.
You do, bro. Don't
don't
ever act like you don't. Like,
no,
you
man.
do, bro.
Yeah.
Like, and that's the reason why it means a lot to you, and that's the reason why you speak highly about it.
Yeah, bro.
It's because you do know.
Yeah.
Hey, and you treasure it so much that you are not afraid to express how you feel.
Yeah, man. That's why I feel like the people that I agree with, Scribe makes me even more disappointed, because it's like, you know, the good thing about our parents, Matt or Meanga or Liv or Malamai or Meanga, like they're not afraid to call us out on our bullshit, and that's another good attribute that generation taught us.
Yeah,
It's like, if it's not right, call them out for it.
Yeah.
Don't do it because it might hurt their feelings. Because
Yeah.
if he goes and bees Valeo in front of other people,
Yeah.
like, you know, they're gonna just make fun of him.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? Like, that's what people need to be like, man, like, awesome, Scribe, that you got it. Awesome that, yeah, if you wanted to identify with your culture, cool. But man, like, identifying with your culture comes with, like, and then getting that, it comes with, like, certain stuff.
Nice. Like, yeah, definitely, bro. Yeesh.
Nah,
I learned something. I learned something.
Bro. Hey, look, that's just me going on a rant, man,
because it means a lot, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Straight up.
It does.
And I know anyone, if something means a lot to them, they'll rant about it. And I obviously enjoy listening to someone talk about something that they care about.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Because
it's passionate.
Yeah. Like 100, man.
Yeah.
Like if we talk about anything that someone else likes and they're passionate about it, then you can feel the genuine energy put towards it, eh? You know, bro.
Nah, all good. my man. So, nah, sweet as sauce. We'll quickly wrap up.
Yo.
I'll ask a couple of questions.
Cool.
Just some quick fire questions. Who are some of your inspirations growing up in terms of music?
Music, definitely my brother and my dad. My brother taught me a lot. Real quick, my brother worked at Wendy's his whole life, bro. And he would have, like, honest to God, been one of the best musicians out there. But my brother sacrificed it so I could, you know? And
what's his name?
Mark.
Shout out to Mark.
Fuck that guy. But hands down, like, you know, us as brothers, we never shared the love for, you know, we never out loud, eh? So my brother was a huge inspiration, not only for just music, but the way to live life with it, you know? Yeah. And my brother sacrificed his whole life working through Wendy's. Oh, it's all good, bro. I'll go pick up mom and dad from work. Yeah. Like, I'll do all of that. You go, bro, go do your thing. So he's a huge inspiration. My dad in my songwriting, he was just real good at with words and stuff like that, and able to, you know, wordsmith of his own culture. So those two were huge, and no lies, Michael Jackson, hands down. Yeah. Michael Jackson was like, honestly, apart from the pedophilia stuff, but like, he is the guy. Mate. Yeah.
Nah, Michael Jackson's the man.
Yeah.
R.I.P. But he might be alive.
Early of Kule Palitum. Oh, sad. Yeah.
Nah, sicky, man. Obviously you're you're definitely talented within the music arena.
Yeah.
What's your preferred instrument, guitar or piano? Because I know you were trained on piano first, eh?
Nah, always guitar. Yeah.
But you jam the piano?
Yeah, I jam the piano, but I jam at church piano. I'm not that great. I'm not that great though.
You're not that bad.
Yeah, well, yeah. Not that great, but not that bad. Yeah, let's put there.
Nah, all good, man.
Yeah, but
it's always been get.
Always been get. I've always loved the sound of it, and I just, as a young kid, thought it looked sexy. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, fair enough.
It attractive, really attractive. And then I play it, and then I think that's why all the honeys like hum to me and stuff. And my wife's just
It's the only guy who would bloody have no books at uni, but they all have his guitar on his back. Fuck's sakes.
Yeah, no lies there, man. No lies.
Man.
Yeah.
Bro, those were some crack up days, man. Like,
and a song, like
that. All of that. Man.
All that stuff. It was cool. It was cool times back at uni, man.
Yeah, man.
Like, I enjoyed the banter between everyone. I was young as well, and you, John, and Lipo.
Yeah, you were like first year, eh?
Yeah.
I think our third or fourth year.
And it was cool seeing you guys and you guys teaching me the wrong ways. That's why we separated.
I think we were like the original, like, sales street.
Yeah, man.
To come out support you guys.
I see some memories on my phone on Facebook. I see some photos of us. And when John came back from Oz and stuff.
That was sick as well.
Yeah,
obviously, your mainstay now, you and Saya and the boys at the Big Council crew out at Sales Street. Who? I know you guys do gigs as well. Who are some of the best gigs that you guys have done or gone out and performed for?
No, not many, because we all do our own projects.
Private stuff?
Yeah. Okay. By ourselves.
Oh, nice.
So our drummer, he plays for a lot of people.
Oh, okay.
Like all these like new artists coming up.
Yep.
Marika, who's on bass, plays for like. I've been a switcher for like
10 years, I reckon.
Yeah, 19 years. And I've seen this woman, Marika, work with so many people. She's our bass player.
Yeah.
And she's our boss of the band. We call her the first lady. She's worked with like Holly Smith, Big Runga, like all these.
She's the dreads, eh?
It looks like Dre's just wavy as hair.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, shoot.
And then there's Nate, who works, Stan Walker, Vince, like all those people, all those artists. And Saya, he's huge dude in Blackfriars. He's a big theatre geek.
Yeah, he is.
We went and watched his Shakespeare show. I did not understand a single word.
Yep.
And came out angry because I thought I was really good with my words, but nah. And he's into that, so he's part of Blackfriars, and I think he's trying to start up his own stuff.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
And our keys player, he plays for a lot of white artists. Oh, and Jacob Nansen as well. He's also plays for Stan and Kings and Mellow Downs. Like, all those dudes are talented.
Mm.
So we've never really done a gig together.
Oh, really?
For artists, because everyone's so diverse and does their own thing on the side. Like, Sweat is a thing. It's for us to just come together and just,
jam
and jam and get away from all the seriousness.
No, fair enough.
I'm not saying that we take the piss out of this. No, we do a really
really
good job. But it's a time away from all that stuff.
Is that common within your guys' industry to have like a band be a mainstay at like a popular place for that long?
Nah, to have a residency that long, I think we're the only band, which, once again, man, grateful, thankful, blessed, like, to be a part of that for 19 years. Shit. Yeah. Like, I'm 30 now, so I was there like 20.
Yeah. First year uni. Shout out to Sweatshop.
Yo, hard out. And shout out to them fully for like letting us be there for that long, you know? It's not heard of. Yeah, because
I remember it was like seasonal for you guys. Like you would be there like Christmas time, eh? Like
it would be time. Like winter or summer.
Yeah.
And a bit of spring. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? It definitely was seasonal.
Whereas now it's like
for the past like 5 years, 6 years, it was like right throughout, man.
Yeah.
And then definitely good for the bank account, bro. Like just a little bit of money that comes a bonus, you know. And
plus it's like every week as well now.
Every week, man.
Yeah, that's mean, bro.
And that's what's cool about it. Yo, definitely, man.
Nah, sicky, man. I'm happy as to see how you guys have grown.
Yeah.
Over the years, obviously, you guys were with Sam Allen.
Yeah,
and then
man.
You had like the Nansen brothers, because even Thing was drumming for you, Ross Nansen.
And then
what's the new guy's name?
Elijah.
Yeah, he's pretty onto it as well.
One of the
up and coming
dopest dudes I know, and like super young.
Yeah, he is.
Like, you know, there's young dudes that just talented, you just envy them.
Yeah.
So you punched them.
And then even at the same time, the way you guys have developed as a band as well. I remember everything was all obviously like generated through the band, but now you guys have got like backing tracks as well.
Yeah. We run a SPD. It's like a little pad, has like 9 tracks, and then you have 100 like pages, so you can just, if you want the chorus of the song. That's why some of the songs kind of sound similar to the tracks. Because we have the kind of backing tracks.
But that's what I'm saying. That's stuff that you guys have added in since, like, you know, like I said, when you guys first started. The cool thing I've always I've always liked about your guys' band is that it's like genuine, like your guys' personalities coming out.
Oh, cool.
You guys don't like you do, like, you know, be like, oh, okay, cool, predominantly white, cool, let me go play all these white songs.
Yeah.
All the Southside, all the like island music, bro. Even like I think still one of my most fondest memories was you guys like busting out Fika Mai PC like in an all white club. I was like, bro, this is balls right here, man, changing up the game.
Yeah.
And that's why I feel like, man, you guys have set the platform for all like the new cover bands that come through. Like the standard's so high now because of you guys. And
oh, appreciate it. Yo.
Nah, man, it's also bro. Like if anything, it makes the. I think that's one thing that you guys need to be given credit for is like you make the experience like a whole lot more better.
Yeah.
And so that people coming through realize, oh man, shit, this is the standard we need to get in order to get the top money.
Yeah.
And so it's just teaching them like good habits, bro.
Yeah,
so
I think that's a something that's people, or like for us musos, have to understand, that like, yes, it's kind of a competition, but it's also like, it's for you to stay on your toes. Like for us, it's not a sure spot, as you can say. Like, as you can see, that we've had many changes, and some people just, grow out of it, or we just need to make changes. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not only for other musicians to live up to our standards, we gotta live up to our own as well. Like, we gotta keep pushing the bar and keeping ourselves on our toes. Even though that we've been there for so long, we can't just, lax out. You know what I mean? We gotta keep pushing, and that's what's important. I started this thing years ago, called Underground Industry, and all these young musicians, because I'm from Roscoe, and all these musicians are from South Auckland. Like, all the dopest dudes that I've met, or that I jam a lot with now, all from South. Like, Willie Fapito, all those dudes, like, they're from South. I've never met them. So I wanted to start something where, because I was gigging a lot at Sweat at the time, to bring all these other musicians out and say it's possible to gig, bro, outside of church. Like, but I'm not saying come to Dark Side, Sodom and Gomorrah. Like, I'm not saying that. I'm saying, like, you can work.
Yeah, make it like a profession, eh?
Yeah, definitely. And I started this Underground Industry, and like probably like 30, 40 people came, and all musicians. And like, there are some kids that were in school that I see now, like they play with Sammy J and all that. Like, that band, they were all in school, bro. Not some of those members came to Underground, and they were like still in school, bro. And then one dude, his name's Alcid. Now I can still remember to this day, like, he's a hell of a bass player. But there are a bunch of us, like Ross Nanton was there, like Jaira Falenico, like all these dudes, they're amazing. And this young kid goes to TC, and he comes, because do you know Moira?
Yes, Moira,
Yeah.
She came to OC as well.
Yeah. She's Eddie Hugo. And I asked her to bring some kids. She asked me. She was like, "Oh, can I bring some kids over?" And I was like, "Yo, come." So after school, like, it was at night time, and then they came, a van full of kids, and this one kid, Alcid, gets up, hops on the drums, smashes everyone, and I'm just like, what the heck? Like, you know what I mean? And then I was like, bro, it's possible, make your own band. Like, I'm not saying that I started these guys. No, just we had a place where we can all get together and build relationships between each other. And then we done a few of those and got to meet all these amazing young dudes. And then our drummer now, Elijah, he was 17 at the time. We were doing it in Manukau. He was driving all the way from North Shore every time just to come out. And he hopped up on the kit, on the drums, sassed everyone, and everyone was like, then now he's been playing with us. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's where the competition, the healthy competition is, to keep each other on the toes. And that's why there's so many bands, Village 90, Brotherhood, all those dudes, like Mischief down at Lula's. There's so many bands out there now that are like pushing each other, right? And I learned so much. Like, this is one thing I always tell someone: just because you're older, don't act like you can't learn shit from a younger dude or someone. Like, someone young can teach you a whole lot. And I shout out to all these young dudes that taught me a lot growing up, man. And I'm still growing and trying to absorb as well. Majority of the dudes I play with, they're a bit younger, but I learned so much, bro. Things that I couldn't have learned from someone older than me. Like, you know what I mean? But no doubt I learned a lot from those who've paved the way. Levites who are pillars of this music industry. Sons of Zion, like Marika Hoss and Ice Itamani. Like, all these dudes, they're pillars of this industry. Like, I've learned so much from them, but I also was blessed enough to learn from these young dudes who keep me on my feet, bro. And that's what's amazing, and that needs to be reminded. That we can all teach each other something, that we can all be healthy competitors,
That's
stay on our toes. Yeah, man. No doubt.
No, man, respect to you, man. And that's an awesome initiative. You guys still running those undergrounds?
Nah, man. Because it got to a point where everyone's busy.
Yeah.
It got to a point like we ended up jamming a lot at Little Easy,
Oh, okay.
and like we just get dudes. Some of the dudes couldn't come because they're still in school, like stuff like that, and then everyone just started being busy, bro. Hands down, like
There's enough work and enough
bro,
jobs out there.
hard
eh?
out, man, and dudes pushing their dreams, you know, like chasing after them as well. So
Mean, bro.
it got to a point where I can't say that the job was done, but the purpose of it was fulfilled. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, that, hey, we're a community now. This brought us all together. Not I brought them. This platform did. We brought all of us together.
Mean, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome, man. That's good. Yeah, that's actually really inspiring as well. Like,
Yo.
to be like that, man. And like you said, man, no matter how old you are, we're all still learning.
Yeah.
We'll talk a little bit. Oh, obviously, I'll ask another question. You're married how many years now?
Shit.
Answer correctly.
3, 4. 2018, 19, 3. 4 with my other. No, I was joking.
Sarah,
Yeah.
this guy.
I'm sorry, baby.
Nah, that's all good. How did you propose to her?
I proposed to her in my garage. Funny story, and I always tell the same story. Like,
Yeah.
I never change it. So I was doing this gig at a church. What church was it? C3. I was doing it. And me and all some of her friends planned it. Trying to make a surprise. She came to it with all the girls and the boys. And then the girls went with her somewhere. But we're all driving home. We're like, well, let's have lunch at my house. Like, yo. Came back. It was like lights, like into the my garage, and roses on the bed. No, that stuff's made up. A few condom packs. No, but yeah, there was lights like trailing, and then they were like, she's here. So all the boys went behind it, and everyone went behind the garage. She walks up with one of our friends. And she's like, I told him to turn off all these lights. Like, what are all these lights for? I was like, does this one not fucking have a fucking heart? And I can hear this. Hey, so now it's discouraging. Hey, like, it's going away. I was like, fucking bitch. Like, you know what I mean? And she walks in. She's like, what are you doing? I never wear a nice shirt, bro. She knows that. I never dress up nicely. I'm not that guy. She's like, what are you doing? And I was like, I'm proposing to you, dickhead. And then she was said to Jesus. That's it, man. And
then she locked up the government.
Yeah.
She goes, no. I'm still
nah, I'm good. I'm staying. That was it. That's how I proposed to my beautiful wife.
Nice.
Yeah. Way to bring that up.
Kids in the picture?
She's we're expecting.
Nah. Hey, my God.
Wait, see.
No, because I know. You know, it's funny. Like our generation now is like they're busy with work. It's all good.
Yeah.
And some people leave it till late. Nice. How far along she?
She's pretty long.
This long?
Second trimester.
Nice. She's probably like.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
bro, she's really.
thank the
far
Lord. Yeah, that it works.
Are you guys gonna be one of those couples that do the gender thing?
Oh, we were actually talking about that, but we like mixed emotions about it. Like we don't know.
Yeah. And are you gonna leave it as a surprise at the end, or?
I just told you I don't know. So how are we even still talking about this?
No, like, are you gonna? You know, the doctor tells you.
Yeah.
Do you wanna just say now we'll find out, or?
Okay, I see that you're not listening. I don't know. Like,
Oh,
I just how many times?
No, I thought you meant I don't know the sex, or I. Like,
Well, yeah, we don't know.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I don't know what she wants to do.
Yeah.
Like.
Oh, now I understand when I listen.
Yeah. It's all right. It's good to listen,
Yeah,
right?
I know.
Were you listening this whole time? Or, that's what happens when you're the Prime Minister. You don't listen.
No, I'm good.
So yeah, I don't know, but maybe if we do, yeah, cool. But
Yeah.
I heard a real good chick that like do the baby shower, because I was gonna be like, nah, don't do the baby shower.
Yeah.
But then my friend was like, nah, do it. You get free kid stuff.
That's
So
good.
I am going to
Yes.
just be like, baby shower, so you can buy heaps of the kid stuff.
Have to
I already designated like.
Who's gonna?
You're
be-
getting the bath thing that I see. I saw this one cool thing on, like it has the tub,
Yeah.
and then all the pockets around it for,
Changing the nappy.
Yeah, and then
yeah, that's pretty cool.
yeah. And I saw the price and I was like, fuck, get it.
Yeah.
Not me, you.
Solid.
If you want to come to this baby shower, fucking get that. You better be walking.
My kids are 10 and 8.
Mm.
And even back then it was makuaka waka. Like, bro, a pram? Solely.
But I saw those, and my wife wants those like capsule take out of the pram ones.
Dolly, those
I
are
get
grands. Go to grand.
You better go work at the polls
Solely.
for those extra dosh.
You know those ones where like that comes with like the fake baby doll? Those kind of prams? The ones
Nah, I
that
don't watch.
The ones that we got raised up in?
You're talking about Tom Hanks. Did you see that though?
What?
Oh, you didn't see that like whole like ring, pedophile ring?
Nah.
Come on, they were selling it. So, what is it called? Tall boys. What's the drawers called? Tall boy. Yeah, a tall boy. Person behind the camera. Jeez, shut up. Yeah, those tall boys, like they named them after kids' names, and then when you click on it, it's this ridiculous price. Ah, yeah, she knows.
Sheesh.
And it's like for kids, like you buy kids.
Oh, so that's how they were. Totally. Tom Hanks is part of that?
Do you know he lives in, I'm not going to say the country, Chile? Or something like that. He ended up becoming a citizen in another country.
Yeah.
Just because they were going to snap him. They were just about to snap him, then he became a citizen in another country. Then now he lives there.
Tom Hanks?
Tom Hanks. Forrest Gump Tom Hanks.
Fuck.
Mm. And there's a lot of them, man.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I need a...
But here we are in New Zealand.
Yeah, you need to send me these links, man.
No, yeah.
Epstein's wife was actually in New Zealand. Did you know that?
What?
So you know during the whole lockdown?
Epstein's the one that died in prison, eh?
Yeah, and his wife was the one that was helping him doing that.
Yeah.
She was here in New Zealand.
Just recently?
Huh? Like during the first lockdown. You know, no one was meant to be...
Yeah, anywhere.
Yeah, so I was talking to a guy about sovereignty. Sovereignty is where you're your own individual and you're not registered under the government. So your rules are different. That's something that you need to look into because it's pretty cool as well.
Yeah.
So if you have your own sovereignty and you're not owned by the government, a police can't arrest you because you're not under the government. Police, by law, only officiate people who are registered under the government. And so that's
How
where your
can
whole...
that's a lot of money.
No, it's not a lot of money. It's just you got to understand what sovereignty...
No, like, do you pay for sovereignty?
Obviously, I'm not too sure, but I don't think it's that much. So it's something that... So as soon as you get a birth certificate, that's you signing your life away to the government saying that you're now registered under the government.
Her parents...
No, I'm talking... No, she doesn't... So there was a lady under sovereignty that was... Because during lockdown, no one was allowed to move around, right?
Yep.
So people under sovereignty didn't
by those laws or those rules.
Yeah, so they weren't affected by it. Epstein's wife was actually in New Zealand during that time where you weren't meant to travel. And when they were on that massive hunt to look for them, she was on their boat cruise in New Zealand, and that's why, like down at the viaduct, my man was saying like there was like all this police around the viaduct. When like people they should be out on the streets and it was just because of that, because like she was there and because she was
was she just docked there?
Yeah. And so like she, I don't know, maybe because of the crazy power or the money that or the pull that she has through her husband and through this ring, she made it all the way to New Zealand. Like it was just buzzing when I found that out. And
dang.
And this was at the peak of the whole Epstein thing that was happening, and she was in New Zealand, and like during that whole time where you weren't allowed to travel between countries,
yeah.
and like she was just bouncing around, and she made it all the way to NZ. And it was the only reason I found out was because that lady who had sovereignty, police couldn't stop her because it's against the police. So she went and did her own investigation and found out it was her. So like, so she like I think she was a Māori lady.
Yeah.
So like sovereignty is actually like something that like the government doesn't want you to know about. But this is just me like relaying on something that someone else.
So
told
you
me.
as a citizen now, can you
can
get sovereignty?
Yeah, you can.
True.
But you gotta go, I don't know what the means is or the avenues to go through it. But
or the requirements to become.
That's a good word. As soon as you become a citizen,
you're
pretty much under the
government,
right?
right?
Under the government, yeah. So and for us Kiwi born, it starts off with your med cert.
Yeah.
So obviously you get all these benefits of becoming a New Zealand citizen, but you ideally waive away your rights in terms of being your own individual person. So being...
That's what Catholics are.
What?
You know the Vatican?
Yeah.
Hey, that's like their own little country.
Yeah.
Once you enter the Vatican, you cannot...
It's different rules, yeah.
Different rules, different police, different judge, different... Like, fuck that, eh?
It's buzzing.
Oh, I don't know, like, pray to God, like, you know, hopefully it's right. But like, shit.
No, the Catholics are there, but then it's the oldest church, you know?
Yeah, right,
history.
the first church of Peter, right? The church was built upon Peter. Nice.
So yeah, man, if you're interested, obviously, because I know you're hard onto conspiracy. You should look into.
Really intriguing.
Yeah, you should look
really
into.
Tickles my fancy.
You should look into sovereignty. It's something that.
Cool. Yeah, I've never
not something to do, but maybe just.
And it's here in NZ as well.
Yeah, it's in any country.
That's buzzy.
Yeah. So you ideally become like stateless.
Buzzy.
Yeah.
You're a knowledgeable fuck, eh?
No, not bro. It's just one of those conversations that like just came up out of nowhere, and only because shout out to Fitz, he's like one of the owners of 275.
Yeah.
He was like talking to
me
about
the shirt?
No, the barber. Oh, and the shirt. So the barber is the ones that do the shirt. That's their merch.
Cool.
So he's pretty onto it as well.
Oh, mean.
Real intelligent. But yeah. Cool. Now, sweet. It's something I always ask all our people that come through in our podcast. If you were to sum up just some of your lifehood experiences or things that have molded you into the person that you are today, what is 3 words that you would use?
Oh shit. Fuck. Oh shit. Fuck. Laughter.
Yep.
Would definitely be one. Free. This is nerve-wracking. Can I have some examples? What were some of them?
Grateful.
That's shit.
Yeah. I reckon with you it would be music.
That's fucking vague as fuck.
No, but
I want to go out with a bang.
Oh.
Yeah. Hot stuff. This hyphen. Is that right? Nah, I think it would be laughter. I don't know. Laughing. I can't know, bro.
Oh, hey,
I'll rather say in a sentence.
Oh, yeah?
Laughing, laughter.
Oh, okay. We'll settle with that. I mean, really dropped the standard, but oh well. Nah.
That's fucked, man. But yeah, I'll take it. Yeah.
Nah, all good. And then just the last one for us also is what's one quote that's resonated with you right through your upbringing that you still carry on you to this day?
Shit. Fuck, see now that's the shit that I need to prepare. Like I have a lot of quotes.
Nice.
I don't know. Oh. What do you mean what? I just fucking told you I don't know, bro.
Leave us with a joke then.
No, I can't. Oh, I'm real nervous.
Oh my.
Wait, let me just look up this quote that I said a while ago as you carry on talking shit. I don't know how to find it actually. I know I put it somewhere.
Yeah. Put it in Google.
It's on. Fuck, leave me alone, bro. And the camera person's laughing. I just don't want to, name drop her name, but Oh, I can't find it because I got a new phone.
Nice.
I just want to show off that I got a new phone.
What?
Yeah, it was my birthday recently, so she was like, "Yeah."
Oh, how young are you now?
Fuck up.
You're over 30 by now.
No, I hit the 30 mark. Yeah.
Nice.
And then she's like, "Oh my gosh, you're a pedophile."
Oh yes, I messaged you. That's right. What? Wait, how old is she?
22.
You fuck off.
Yeah.
Honest?
Nah, fuck you.
No, because I was gonna say.
I didn't buy a tall boy.
My man. You know what's funny? Like, that's how I like whenever I see a relationship that's longer than 3 years.
Yeah.
I automatically. So if she was 0, how old would they be?
Oh yeah, you're that dumb cunt that does that right away.
Or be like, fuck. He was starting primary when she was just getting born. Like,
yeah.
And stuff like that. I know it's stupid. Or like I'm like,
what the fuck?
Or like, fuck. Do you know they were in high school and they're like Form 1? Like, do you think of stuff like that? Like when it comes to age?
Because maybe I'm not a fuckwit. Oh. Like I don't know. Maybe I'm not a crazy cunt.
It's just, it's just funny things that I think about sometimes.
I found my quote.
Yeah, hurry the fuck up.
Alright. Artists can't eat off favors and thank yous.
Artists can't eat off favors and thank yous. What does that mean?
Because a lot of times, like, especially our family and friends, they're like, "Hey, bro, can you come and play on my birthday?"
That's true.
Then they're like, I'm like, "Oh, yeah, how much?" And they're like, "Oh, we'll just give you, we'll make you a plate." And I go, "Oh, and I'll make you a fuck you." Like, you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck is that? Is that like, Fali for fuck, you gonna fucking pay my rent? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I
this is what I hate, though. Like, I'm sorry, this may go on longer, but like,
that's okay.
Yeah, you seem distressed about it.
No, because I know, like, fuck, I had to change my mindset around me because I used to be like that. But it's just the way that I am, like, because by nature, the other way around, like, I would do the same without having to be asked of anything.
No, okay, shut the fuck up. The fuck? No, like, you know what I mean? There's things that I'll do for you, you know what I mean? But then, like, it comes to a point where this is my job.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And
I understand.
A lot of people do that.
Yes.
And they're like, because you're my friend. Like, yeah, I will. But then it will come to a point where they're like, "Can you do that thing for me again?" And I'm like, "Oh, yeah. And it's like, "Oh, still the same price?" And I'm like, "Fuck, I gave you a discount that time, bro."
Yep.
And, like, I get it a lot in favors and exposures. And, yes, it's a hit and miss exposures. But if can 10 exposures pay for my fucking gas to get to where you are?
Yeah.
Like, you're looking at musicians. I'm not going to talk about myself. But, like, other musicians who have learned this instrument over multiple years, man. They've learned the skill, the craft. And not only that, people don't know this. They learn lyrics of songs, how to sing it great, play it great as well. Only for what, $200? They have the most expensive gear. They buy a $10,000, that's exaggerating. It was like $3,000 guitar, $2,000 amp. They have to set up their own speakers. They have to plug it all themselves. That's hard labor as well. Put gas in the car to get to where you are. No matter how far you are, sometimes we got to get a lot of gigs out in Kimu. We drive all the way there to pick up $200. Let's pick up $300. Like, you know what I mean? The worth of a musician is always below par or like way below par.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that I really hope the community or the public understand, man.
Yep.
Like, hear it from me. I've been doing it for quite a bit. Like, not as long as a lot of dudes, but we done our favors.
That's true.
Support me, you know? Yep. Support my, work, my profession, eh? Support it by paying my worth. And they're like, hey! They're like, I've honestly gotten this a few times, like, me, Sai, and Nate. Nate's a badass singer. Sai's amazing hype man. Like, and I'm just a guitarist. You know what I mean? But, like, you know what I mean? Like, you got 3 dudes that are pretty good.
Yeah.
You know what? You're gonna pay them $100 each?
I wouldn't do that.
No, but you know what I mean. That's what I'm saying, and that's what my quote means.
Yeah.
Artists can't live off favors and thank yous.
Favors and thank yous. Yep.
I need to fuck that up. Well, I did fuck it up. Yeah.
Nah, that's me, man. And just like my rant that I went on with the Towers, that's your rant for today as well, and that's a mean one because, like I was saying, like for myself, like I have to, but that's just like, what do you call it? It's just the way that we've been brought up. It's like,
bro, don't fucking get me wrong, alright? Don't you fucking dare tell me that I'm not grateful as fuck. I told you I've done my fucking favors and thank yous.
No.
Don't wipe my ass.
No.
Right?
That's why people have that mindset, thinking like it's okay to ask for favors. But in that sense, like, what's the word? Like, be real understanding of it, because it's not like you're just asking for like just a ride down the road, eh? Like for me, like, I understand, man. That's your guy's livelihood.
Yeah.
And like, anytime you invest that much time and much effort and money into your own livelihood, bro, like it doesn't come cheap. And like,
it gets to a point, like, if you ask me to come and do your son or your daughter's birthday, I'll come. Like, I wouldn't expect much. But when it's to a point where, like, hey, bro, can you play for my function? It's not like there's certain situations where you're able to, like, to realize, like, come on, man. Like, your company's got money. Like, you know? And I've seen that happen to a lot of my friends and also myself, to be able to be like, fuck you. And, you know what I mean? Like, and then I've heard people like backstab me, so I was like, oh, gee, that guy's all about the money now. I'm like, fuck off. Of course I am.
Yeah.
I'm fucking poor. And we're doing it here. Yeah. Fuck, you know what I mean?
Yo.
So I'll support you in any way you can. Like, no doubt. I got a cup of coffee. But
Nah, like, I've never heard any, or maybe people are talking to me like that, but with me, the way I always look at yourself, Matt, is like if there's gonna be a person that's like the standard of covers now, like you guys have obviously raised that bar, but like at the same time, man, like people gotta understand, like they're paying not just for any cover person. It's the quality, highest quality, man, and that's what people need to understand. Like you can't compare rates of one person who's like just starting off to a person who's put in the time and put in the work, like yourself, man. And
I appreciate it.
Nah, man, that's awesome, Marcos. And like, frick, I hope I don't know what I have coming up in the line, but man, even our work, remember our work at the opening thing, and you guys came and played?
Which one? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, remember that? And that was like, that was pretty on tour, like having you guys and...
Yeah.
I actually put the word in for you guys, eh?
Yeah. Mount Wellington, eh? You guys.
Because I was like, there's this mean ass band that always play at Swiss Shop, and then it just happened that like the marketing lady was like, the one's on Friday, and I was like, yeah, that's our thing. But I messaged you, but I think you got on the same buzz, like how you were just you're ranting, because I was like, also, no. I did go through our messages, and then I was like, also, what is your rate? Because she was asking for prices, and I wanted her to, so I could forward her on. But I think you were probably thinking, oh man, this guy might be asking for a favor. But like,
did I message you back?
No.
So
you gave the scene, and I was like, oh fuck, I hope like we're all good to like. But then being
oh, this is fucked.
Being the good friend that I am, I still went. I was like, hey man.
Oh, so you're being the good friend you are, but not me. Okay,
No, because you're right though. Like, and I like, you're a busy person, and so you're always not get to get back to everyone. Especially, we hadn't been conversing in ages, and the first thing I say is, also, how much do you guys pay?
You didn't even say how are you.
I didn't care. I just asked about your band. So like,
good. Okay.
You know, I was keeping it strictly professional. Yeah, because I was asking on behalf of my job.
Yeah. What do I break first?
No, but So when you brought that up, I was like, oh, bro, like, no, I understand, man, and that's what people, and it's a bad habit that us islanders have, bro.
Yeah, man,
we look for any special whatsoever and any discounts, but you know, like now, like, you know, if you freaking want quality,
Yeah.
save up for it and pay for it, man.
Yeah, man. Definitely.
Yeah. So whatever we can do ourselves, and hopefully in the future we can collab with you guys, because I love seeing you guys live as well, especially you, Saya, and Nate, as well as even the Nansen brothers, man, they're awesome too.
Oh, those dudes are crazy. Yeah.
And that's awesome as well. I think my sister's getting married next year, and
Sweet, latest. Oh, what?
No, Lilo and them are doing it. Lilo
Oh, so you didn't get us. Okay.
No, because my sister's partner is Lilo's first cousin. So they, yeah.
Who?
My sister's partner is like they're.
What's his name again?
Fia.
Fia, yes.
Oh yeah, you've met them.
No, remember we were at Botany Commons.
Oh yeah. That's right, we came through. Yeah, no, yeah. Oh yes, so we were talking outside for ages. Yeah, so they're getting. So
See, I'm good like that. I'm a good friend.
We always try to come out and or they always try to go out and support Lilo. Whenever I'm free, I'll join along. Yeah. It's just the Fridays is always our youth night, so I can't always make it out. But when I do,
the heck, you're there every Friday.
Fuck off.
I saw you there last week.
If I do go out on
and
Friday,
the week before.
It's always I have to go. I have to come Sales Street to see you guys, man. It's
appreciate it, man.
The buzz. No, but all good. Thank you for coming through today, and man, what a good catch up and what a good laugh, man. And
thanks for having me, bro. And I appreciate you messaging through and telling me to if I have time. I just thought it would be cool for me. I thought I would experience it and have a little go at it.
Yeah, bro. Like,
so yeah.
Hey, man. I know passion is your drive right now, and man, like, so look, I appreciate
thank you
for coming here, obviously, and answering the call. Yeah, for me, it's like this space is just slowly navigating within it, but
cool.
I like bringing on people like as yourself, because you're obviously genuinely yourself, but at the same time, it's always a good time, man. And
appreciate it,
yeah. So I'm happy to have you on board, and I'll definitely be dropping this episode. And I'll definitely let you know when it happens. But thank you again for answering the call. Thank you for coming through. And thank you for like just providing us with a night full of laughter.
I didn't do anything, man. I appreciate you guys, man. Thanks once again for having me. Hopefully we can do it sometime soon.
Yeah, man.
See a switch up.
Yeah, sounds good, also. Yeah. Thank you for coming through.
Mouse.
Sweet.
Hanging.